code in depth. So today we are going to solve the question number 1955, which is count number of special subsequences. Okay, so let's begin. So what is this question saying basically? So in this question you have to find the number of special subsequences. And what are the special subsequences? The special subsequences are the basically subsequences of an array. And what is the special word means here in this particular question? It means that you should have a positive number of zeros followed by a positive number of ones and then a positive number of twos. So here 0 is followed by 1, 1 is followed by 2. So it is a special sequence. And here 0 is followed by 0, 0 is followed by 1, 1 is followed by 1. It's okay. Same numbers can follow each other. There is no problem. And 1 is followed by 2. So these two are special subsequences. But whereas if we consider this example, so here 2 is followed by 1. So clearly it is not a special subsequence. Here neither it is preceded by 0 or neither followed by 2. So it is not a special subsequence. And here this can be a special subsequence, but if you are saying that this one is a special subsequence, so it is not like that, since 2 is followed by 0 and 2 can be followed only by 2. So now you have understood the question, and now we will discuss the approach. But before discussing the approach, one more important thing to note here is that the answer can be large. So you have to modulo 8 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Okay, so now let's discuss the approach, and finally we will come to the code, that how we have to write the code. And first we will discuss the approach, and then we will summarize it or revise it so that it becomes absolutely clear in your mind, and then we will write the code. So stay tuned till the end. I am sure that this question will be 101% cleared. Okay, so let's see what we have to do. Okay, so here I have taken an example of a array. So now if we have to find the number of special subsequence, so we will declare three variables. Its solution is through dynamic programming. So you can also make an array, or here I am, as the numbers are only 3, as it is 0, 1 or 2. So I am declaring the three variables here. Sum 0, you can also declare an array of size 3. It totally depends on you, no issues in that. We will initialize all three with 1. Now why we are doing so? Just wait and see what I am telling you. Okay, so if your element is 0, if your element is 0, then it can be followed only by 0. Okay, if your element is 0, then it can be followed only by 0, so as to make this a special subsequence. But if we consider the two cases, like if the element is 0, then its previous element, then there will be two cases. The first case will be the total number of subsequences which end in previous zeros, means the total number of sequences which end here at the previous 0. It is the previous 0. And it is the current 0. So if we have to find the total number of subsequences, then what will be that? It will be previous plus current. Okay, so if we assume the number of subsequences ending with the previous zeros is sum 0. Then with the current will be also sum 0, because we can append 0 at the end of each of the subsequences of the previous zeros. Okay, so here it will be sum 0, and now we will include 1, since 1 0 can also be a subsequence. Only this can be also a subsequence, so we are including this one. Okay, so if your element is 0, then the number of subsequences and with this number is sum 0 plus sum 0 plus 1. Now we will see the same thing for 1 and 2. Okay. So here what we have discussed, the subsequence ending with previous zeros. There can be two cases. If our element is 0, as I have told you, the subsequences ending with previous zeros or the subsequences ending with current zeros. So if we assume the number of subsequences ending with previous zero is sum 0, then the number of subsequences ending with current 0 is also sum 0, as we can append 0 to each of the previous subsequences. Okay, so the total number of subsequences will be 1 plus 2, so it will be sum 0 plus sum 0, since it in the second case it can also be sum 0. So we will include sum these and plus 1. Why we are doing plus 1 here? Because a 1 0 can also be a subsequence of the array. It can also be in a special subsequence. Okay, so here it is our total, and we will store the total again in our sum 0 variable. Now we are moving with 1, that if the element is 1, then what are the cases and how we will calculate. So here it is the number ending with 1 or the subsequence ending with 1. So its previous element can be 0 or 1, so as to make this a special sequence. Now think yourself, what if there will be 2? Then it won't be a special sequence, because 2 can't be followed by 1. Okay, so now here we are considering two cases. The subsequences ending with previous one, all the subsequences which end with this one, and all the subsequences which end with current one, which end with this one. So the number of subsequences will be how much in the first case? It will be sum 1, because we are assuming it to be sum 1. So it is sum 1, and if further we are going up to this one, then the total number of subsequences will be sum 1 plus sum 0, as it will include, as we can append 1 to all the previous subsequences ending with 1, and we can append 0 to the previous subsequences ending with 0. Okay, so now we will see for the 2, if our element is 2. So if our element is 2, then there can also be two cases. All the subsequences ending with previous 2 means this 2. All the subsequences ending with current 2 means this 2. Okay, so if we are assuming that our previous subsequences are ending with 2 to be sum 2, then for the current 2 we will have what? We can append 2 to the previous subsequences of 2, so it will be sum 2, and we can also append 2 to the previous subsequences of 1, so it will be sum 2 plus sum 1. And now we will update sum 2 by summing these two values, which is nothing but sum 2 multiplied by 2 plus your sum 1. Okay, So now we will come to this example and see what happens with this. Okay, so it is 0, 1, 2, 2. Okay, now we are initializing our three variables. Okay, so now we have initialized the three variables with 0. Sum 0, sum 1 and sum 2. Now we will check our elements one by one. So if our element is 0, then how many subsequences we can have? We can have the subsequences ending with the previous zeros and with the current 0. So there is no subsequence ending with the previous 0 as there is no element before this. Okay, so we will include the current one which is 0. So and this 0 can also alone form a subsequence. So it is 1. Because when 0 will append to 1 and 2, it can form a subsequence. So we are adding this 0 to our subsequence. So it is nothing but, it is 1. Now if we are taking this one also into consideration, then how many subsequences can we have? Here we have updated our sum 0 variable and now we will update our sum 1 variable. Okay, so we can have the subsequences ending with this one or with the previous one. So there is no previous one. Okay, so with the current one, and with the current one we can have the subsequences ending with the current 0 and the current 1. So it will be sum 0 plus sum 1 which is 0. It is 1. And now we have sum 2. So what we can take before 2? We can take 1 or 2 before 2. So there is not 2 before this 2. So we will take the subsequences ending with 1 only. So the subsequences ending with 1 is only 1. So this is 1. And now again our element is 2. So sum 2 is equals to all the subsequences ending with the current 2. This is our current and this is the previous one. So how many subsequences are ending with the previous one? There is one subsequence. Here you can see it is 1. Since we can append to this to the previous subsequence. And if we are taking the current 2, then we can have subsequences ending either with 2 or 1. Either with 1 or 2 as we have seen before. So the subsequences ending with 1 is 1 and the subsequences ending with 2 is also 1. So the total number of subsequences is 3. And at the last, if we are having no element after that, then we will return the sum 2. And as the answer can be large, so each time when we are updating sum 0, sum 1 and sum 2 variables, we will also do the modulo simultaneously. Okay, so let's write a code for this, and if still there is any doubt left, you can wait and see the code. Your doubt will be surely cleared, and still if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, so here we are writing the code. I am writing the sum 0 variable as long or declaring it as long, and sum 1 is also 0 and sum 2 is also 0. I have declared the mod above only that we have to modulo with 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Okay, so here we will iterate through our array. Okay, nums dot size and 9 plus case. Okay, so first cases are if num 0 equal 0, then we will update the sum 0 variable with all the subsequences ending with previous zeros or with current one, and plus 1 is for the as 0 alone can also form a subsequence if it can be followed by 1, and then again further 1 can be followed by 2. Okay, so sum 0 is equal to, let's copy this or make it. Or if our nums nums I equal 1. Now here comes the second case. Then our sum 1 will become all the subsequences ending with the previous ones, it will be sum 1, and if with the current one, then the previous element can be 0 or 1. So if the previous element is 0, then we will include sum 0, or if the previous element is 1, then we will include 1. Or if these conditions are not fulfilled, then it will surely be sum 2. So sum 2 equal to if all the previous subsequences ending with 2 or the current subsequences ending with 2. So if there is previous subsequence ending with 2, then it will be sum 2, and if there is no previous subsequence, then we can have sum 2 plus 1, as there can be two values preceding 2 and they can be either 1 or 2. So here we have 2, sum 2 and sum 1. Now we will update our sum 2 variable by doing the modulo. And we have to return our sum 2 variable at the standard. Okay, so submit. Okay, so you can see that it's faster than 100% of solutions. Okay, so I hope that this is clear to you. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. I will surely reply all the comments of doubts in around 5 to 10 hours. So you will get your doubt resolved within 5 hours. Within 5 to 10 hours. So make sure to comment down if you have any doubt, or if it is clear, then you can write that yeah, it's clear, and you can like the video and subscribe to the channel if you